Hello everybody, it's Cleanse here, and I'm doing a follow-up video from my last MidAir video where I said I'd explain how this works. So this is a how it works video. I'm going to explain how MidAir works. It's a little bit of a lengthy video, but I'm going to explain the concept to the best of my knowledge. So let's start off right here with the whole setup of things. So you're going to want your sand and TNT to be aligned on the same side or same position, doesn't really matter where. Make sure that actually you're gonna even need your power aligned at the same side as all this is aligned. So if if I had my power showing, I'd have it aligned back here and yada yada yada, and it would get aligned to the left side. But you need everything aligned to the same side for it to shoot straight. And the whole concept with mid-airing is the difference between the sand and the TNT in one block. So what I mean by one block is literally these get shot into the same block. As you can see here, we've got our sand right here, gets compressed into this piston right here, then that gets shot at an angle, which is important, right into this block where the hammer also gets shot from way back there into this same block. But the whole difference that makes it stack is the fact that when TNT is ignited, it's smaller than one block, so it's slightly smaller, and it'll rest on this bottom block because gravity acts on it. So it'll rest on that block, which means it's aligned to the bottom of this block. And this TNT, or this sand, my bad, this sand is actually getting shot up at an angle into this top block here, so into your guider, whatever you want to call it. So that's aligned to the top of this block because it's pretty much getting smashed into that block right there, smashed up, where this is just resting nicely, and it's never going to get shot up at an angle. It's always going to get slid across like this, and with that difference that makes right there, you can actually stack sand. So that's how the whole mid-air concept works, and that's the best I can explain it. Hope you guys get it. One thing I did forget to mention is the fact that sand flies slower than TNT. So that's a huge issue, and that's what makes it really hard to do, because if you had sand shooting at the same speed as your hammer, it'd be easy to line up. You could just jam a bunch of power on there and have it go infinitely far, because there would be no difference, and no matter what, no matter where the hammer blows up, it would always be right, the sand would be right under the hammer because it gets shot out in the same block. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and sand travels slower than TNT. So to compensate for that, you want to add delay to your hammer, less power. And basically what will happen is the more power you take off, the more hammer delay you have, the more it'll arc, which kind of takes off velocity from the TNT, and it'll let the sand catch up to the point that instead of it being behind the TNT, so imagine this is flying in midair. So here goes the TNT, over here, and the sand will actually start catching up to it as this arcs down, as it loses power. Sand will catch up to it, hopefully enough, say it arcs down a little bit, hopefully enough to be right directly under it, and as soon as you reach that perfect point of harmony, then you've got your mid-air stacker pretty much complete, because it's stacking perfectly in one block, which means the sand catches up to the hammer and it'll stack in a perfect, nice stack. So that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.